Yeah, it's coming down sharp. Can this put at 153? Exited at 171, 172. Reduced at 185. Arey yaar. Yeah, 185 I punched, but I got this only. I've exited all at 188. Done for the day. 190. So it came to this. I hope all of you know this is our level, right? We have this R3, we have this pivot, Camarilla pivot also. So once you got that bounce, this level, that's what we were waiting for. You got the bounce. So my entries are this. I entered at 153, exited some at 172, and final exit at 188. So that is a 35-point trade. Done with 8,000 with a capital of 1,10,000. Should be done for the day. First trade, best trade. How many of you got it? And if you look at the timing, 9:15, 13, 9:15, 35, in a matter of 20 seconds, it's over. Yeah, all what we were doing was waiting for that bounce. Sanjay, Bitcoin, I booked a profit at 74,000. I have told in the previous session about that. It's 193 now. But I'm still trailing that. Bitcoin is here. I booked at, this is what I have booked, 74,000. I booked it. Some I sold. Still, I have this running. Yeah, I'm out of it. So now it will be like, yeah, it can maybe in this range also, it can come. It is at yesterday's low. If it is breaking, you'll get a sudden spike to S3 also. Look at that, it's 200 now. So that was a good price that we can get. So I bought it. I punched at 146, but the bounce was so sharp. So I got at 153, exited here, exited here, exited here, and closed. Now it's almost at the similar level. But how many of you got that opportunity once it came to R3? Yeah, many of you, right? Fine. Perfect. But if you were, see, that is what I tell you. If you are trying to, copy once I place the trade on such kind of opening trades, that is impossible. That is why we are discussing the direction and we are talking about the bounce. So you should be knowing that if it comes here, I'll go for it because that's the first bounce that we are getting in our favor. The premium is coming to this level. That is a kind of understanding that we need to develop over a period of time when you're trading with us. But later, once the market gets settled, then we know where we are going to take trade and everything will be pre-decided and take. It can be sideways also now because market don't have any clue on one side. Market is like still having that escalation pressure, but from Indian perspective, you are getting some kind of relief also. So market is clueless. FIIs will sell, DIIs will buy. If you look at last 1 month, FIIs sold for 55,000 crores. DIIs bought for 70,000 crores, but still market is falling like this. This is despite DIIs buying for 70,000 crores. Any questions, guys? I think the first trade opportunity that's over. Now, I'm not going to chase it because we already got the trade from that high. Now it is stuck at the price where we exited. So there is no point in again trying there. We need to get a very good bounce. Again, maybe we can try here a small. Now, when it comes here, a small quantity because that is where you got today's rejection, yesterday last rejection, and R3 is also there. The next level will be this. Yeah, just this is the one. If you're late, that's a 20-second trade. It's over. So this is what we need a direction and we need a level to enter. Direction alone won't be sufficient because if direction is what we need, then if I make an entry here, then I'm in trap. So that is what you have that requirement of the direction. Firstly, macro direction, what is happening in the last 1 week, and micro direction, what can happen today. And then the level where you need to enter. Otherwise, if I enter here, we will see unnecessary drawdown if it is again bouncing. Like during this bounce, you'll see a drawdown, right? Because you are entering at this level, 200, and then coming to this level. So that I don't want. So I need to have the direction. I need to have my level to enter. So now if I entered at this level, next time once it come here, I'll try with a small quantity so that even if I have to take a risk, I'll take a risk from the profit I already made. So I won't go with this much quantity, maybe lesser than that because second time it is coming. But this level, again, I can go with what I've done here. So that is what you need a direction, you need your level. Just direction can lead to drawdowns. Yeah, now someone who have not got this trade, I know many of you might not have got also. Many of you got it, but if you are not someone who's taking that opening trade, then wait for this level again for you. Those who have already taken a trade here, maybe half the quantity you can try again, right? So you others have to wait for a decent bounce. This is also fine, but I'll try here, but this will be a better level. What if they're going from here? Let it go. Yeah, call may be here, but see, understand when the market is like in a clear downtrend, uh, everyone will be interested in selling more calls only. So call side supply will be higher. Even if it is keep going down means they keep selling calls. And then even if you see a bounce here, that won't be reflected in the premium, right? You won't see that kind of bounce here. But on the put side, you'll get that easy move. The support trade, I'm not against the support trade, but even I take the counter trades. But when you get such kind of larger trend, it is difficult. Even if it takes support, you won't get the premium move. That's the problem. But this is 23,000, right? 23,000 is it should be a very good psychological support also. So this range, if it comes, again, I can try. Yeah, normally we wait, but we got it there in the opening itself. What we have seen is open somewhere here, gap down and sharp bounce to our level. So I spotted that level, and at that time this was around 145. When I punched, I got it at 153. There is no second thought because you may get a reversal from there, right? And immediately, see, look at this first exit, 6 seconds. 6 seconds, we got 20 points. And from here, it's just 20 seconds, we got 35 points. Now it is 205. So in second time, if it is coming that, if you know that it's a sideways market this day, right? If market don't have any clue, then what they do is they go between this. Then we can get multiple trades from rejection from support levels. But if they are trying to make an attempt to reverse, because there are some positives for India at this moment. So if some news is coming that some more oil tankers are allowed to pass through the Hormuz, then we may get a sharp candle also. So this level will be broken. So everything is like news driven. No, Girish, it will be discussed during the sessions itself. Support resistance means like previous day high, previous day low, or these indicators. All these are in the recorded sessions you can watch. And then the pre-market analysis you have to watch that, because we are starting directly from the price action. Rest of the fundamental things which are driving this, I discuss that in the pre-market, and then I post in YouTube by 8:30. So watch that. Be very careful also. There is a possibility that it can bounce and then they can break. But one attempt will be able to do it here. That's exactly what I've done here. This one, this one. We have this regular, uh, CPR also, and we have this, what is that called? Camarilla pivot. Yes. So that is our one of the most important indicator. I always talk a lot about this. If you see here, you will understand. See, this is our CPR, and then we have this R3. Both are coming together, very powerful. Previous day also, there is one swing. You can see that was the high which was made later stage of last day. So here the indicator is CPR and Camarilla pivot coming together. Crypto, it is a price action that there is nothing other than that. It's still going on, not this one. Yeah, it's given at this level. So what I've done is I've exited some at the 74,000 level. My entry was around 71,000. So, but just few only exited. I'm still with this profit, and we made it from 2 lakhs. That's the beauty. Just 2 months, 2 weeks. So it is possible here. So from 2, we made it to almost 8. Yeah, I've taken the leverage, of course. Without that, it is not possible. No, now I don't want to get into, maybe, see, a 20 MA rejection is possible. I think we already got it also. If it comes here, we'll look for a small trade, because the first time probability is higher. Second time it get reduced, but still this setup was very good. And that is why I went for it even when the price was increasing so fast. If you see, this came to 145 level. This is where I want to punch, because that it came here. I punched and immediately it went to 153. I got it there. And within 6 seconds, we got the move. And that kind of, it's not necessary all the time you will get it, but the probability is higher when this uh, CPR, there's a CPR, and then the Camarilla pivot both coming together. So you can, yeah, blindly take a trade because 8 out of 10 will be successful. When you know that and when you can manage the risk, no problem. Yeah, slowly, slowly now the call side is bounce rising. And again, this, if it is a normal day, you look at it, all these indicators now will have a limitation. It cannot exactly work because from 24,300, it is coming to 23,100, which is almost 1,200 points. And on an average, it's 400, 400, 400 points is what the 3 days, right? So don't think exactly like a 20 EMA it will reverse or 9 EMA it will reverse. It is news based. So headline driven market. So they will break it and then give a signal that they may go for a short covering and trap again. So exactly those indicators also you cannot rely on. See, guys, there's a different phase of market. This is not a normal phase. So in normal phase, yes, all what kind of market you will see in a proper range where we can trade properly, right? There will be support resistances which will be respected. There will be EMAs which will be respected. But here there is nothing like that. There is no support. Supports are broken. Resistance may get respected because it's sell on rise, but still what they do is they'll just try to break it and then trap people on the upside and then again coming down. This is what happening. Now, going on the call side, I would have gone only if it came here. From here, I don't want to. This is a bounce, technical bounce from 23,100 or previous day low, right? First two levels that we mark is previous day high and previous day low. So the bounce is actually happening from there. But if it would have came to this level, I could have tried because 23 is a very important psychological support also. And since we already got this trade, we don't want to be so desperate for finding another trade. Why 74,000 was the target in crypto? Look at the price action. Simple. I missed that target actually here. This is 74,000, right? And if you look at this, from where that biggest fall has came. So if you short there, you can at least get half the retracement or 1/3 retracement. So in a short trade also that is possible, that will work out. That's simple, right? So you look at this. This is a kind of triple top. So once that is closed, now there is a possibility that they can close. Why? Because if you look at this candle, that's why look at all these volume and look at this volume. So will they be able to close it compared to what you need to see is this, what is happening here. And when this candle came, what happened? Volume is like at least triple, right? What we have seen during this time and what we are seeing now. There can be sellers also, they can join, but eventually who won that candle? It is a bulls with good volume. So there is a higher possibility that it can go further higher. Yeah, bouncing again. Relief rally, possible. That is why this level is the next important level. But still, we can try a small quantity here. Those who are waiting for a fresh trade, I think this will be better so that, yeah, let it come close to this. On 39, I place. Yeah, even if I get the trade, my stop loss will be I need to get a candle close above this. And then if that is happening, then I'll take a stop loss and then the next opportunity I have to wait for this level. I'm not going to go on the upside. Yeah, even if it is breaking, it is showing that it is going to give a V-shaped reversal, but I won't chase that. Rather, I wait for this level because till this level is closed or till yesterday's high is closed, I'll be looking on the downside only. Yeah, we're close to that 140. Got it at 139. Let's see if it is breaking and giving a close. As of now, any news update is there or not, I don't know. The news update is we were allowed to pass through Strait of Hormuz at least couple of tankers, ships. Now, if they are allowing more, that will be better. There are 22 tankers which are waiting. If there is any news which is coming that some negotiations and it is allowed, then we can get an aggressive candle also. See, it's a second time. So when you get 10 points, you should be booking. Getting a rejection, I'll reduce some at 1949. You got 10 points and it's second time, some bounce. Yeah, but we had only 260, right? I thought previously it was 390. That's why 195 I reduced. It's okay. Anyway, now stop loss will be the cost 137, 135 level. Now this is our buy price. Rest of it, I'll keep that as a stop loss because they are again giving a bounce. Yeah, firstly, first time when you get it, that's a good move. Second time, they tried, but the chance is less. Coming back stronger. So we book, yeah, I look for just 10 points only. First time I look for more points. We even got 35 points. Here it's 10 points. It took the stop. Yeah, it's close to stop loss. Stop loss is the cost. So what we did in this trade, entered. Since it's the second time at the same level, compared to first time, quantity is less. And since it's second time at the same level, compared to booking the profit at this level, I booked at 10 points and rest at the cost we are exiting. It's a good breakout now. There could be some possible good news. Look at this level again. Now it's an open space, right? The way they have fallen from here, they can bounce also. Yeah, it's open. But again, this level, this is 300 level. 300 can be again a resistance. 300 is an important, good amount of call open interest is there. No, so in regular investing.com, TradingView, Economic Times, those. 300, we have a good amount of open interest is there around this level. Okay, so we need to, this candle which you got around this level. Call open interest is there. Once that is broken, then this level. They'll try to defend that 300 level. That's what it looks like. Yeah, but since we already entered, we exited, no more attempt. Yeah, that's a good dip and a very good recovery also. Yeah, I would say if it comes here, it will be better. Close to 300, you're getting rejection. If it was based on a news, then we would have got easy follow-ups also, not this kind of selling. You can get this kind of candle continuously. So that's a technical bounce. See, when you see this kind of levels, 23,100, so already RSI is oversold. So you naturally get a technical bounce or a relief rally. That is mostly used to sell. It looks like going to get a dip to 20 MA. Taken this at 148. Stop loss need to be this low. If you're entering at a higher price, it need to be this low, or better not to enter because we have seen a good bounce also. So the moment you enter, what need to be very clear is what is your stop loss. So we have seen this price bounced in this and we are entering. So this low need to be a stop loss in that case. Added more at 145. Yeah, that's the issue when you enter at a high price. There's a strong selling candle, but you're not getting a follow-up. You're getting a green candle again. Means if this high is breaking, we'll exit and then we'll look for the next level. Yeah, such a strong candle. Only because it gave a close below this, I added because there is a possibility that it can move to 20 MA. Added more at 142. Yeah, it's again showing that reversal. So added again. Reduce some at 152. The one which I added at 142, I reduced. I'll reduce some more. The one which I added at 145 also, I reduced at 155. 142 at 152, 145 at 155. This I can keep a trailing stop loss and keep trailing also. If they come to 20 MA, target is around this level. Stop loss is the same, this candle high. Because why we entered this trade? We were just waiting. Once we got this rejection, when we entered, the price is higher because it went till this low. We even took the stop loss, and then we were entering at a high level, 149, by looking at that beautiful candle. And once we got a close below this, that gave the confidence to add further. And then again, it went higher, saw the rejection, gave confidence to add further. And whatever I added here, I exited. So I got 10-point profit. I'm not going to lose that. Whatever I added, I exited another 10 points. I'm not going to lose in that. So even if I have to take a 10-point stop loss, out of these two, one will be in profit. If I need to take a 20-point stop loss, then it is break even. You got my point. If I exit now, I'll be in profit for these two trades and I'll be in profit of around 5-6 point in this trade. 200 EMI is at 158. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if it can come to this level. That is what I'm looking for. Even already it is giving. I'll book this at 159. So this is what? This 148, we got 158. This 145, we got 155. This 142, we got 152. So in fact, 30 points in three trades. That's how you can consider. Still, we have this 65. Stop loss can be this high itself. Target is here. But these two candles are telling that it's a good selling at this level. Now, if this high is breaking, then the move will be fast also on the upside. Santosh, yes, looking at the way they have bounced, now it comes to 20 MA, can take a support. If there is a space between these two, like this, if it is close, then we need to again watch carefully. We have traded very less quantities, right? First trade only I went slightly higher because that's the most important level that we have. We got quick points also. Then 260, second time when it came here, 260 means lesser than the first time. And then once we got this confirmation, I went only with 130. But since that confirmation is strong, add it. That's all. Yeah, again, guys, today is the day there is a possibility that they can make a relief rally also, right? Because if you look at it, 3 days, in a matter of 3 days, 24,300 to 23,100. So we should be getting a relief rally either from some DIAs or mutual funds or LIC. Someone have to interfere, or it is like, worst. You cannot let the market to trade in this level. Yeah, I think it will come here. So 65, that is VWAP. So I'll give 165. This is the level I have given. And if you look at the option strike price, that is VWAP also. Normally, we don't trade the one which is below VWAP. We trade this one, but since this is call side, that, yeah, we got this 165. So even when we entered after the confirmation also, the trade is beautiful, right? We got this trade at a higher price because if you see this price have gone to 133 and in between we took the stop loss also. Here we took a trailing stop loss because we entered at 139. Book profit for 3 out of 4. 1 out of 4 we just kept it at cost as a stop loss. So it's technically not a stop loss, it's a cost exit. Then went to 133 and then it bounced and bounced more than our buy price also. 139 was the initial buy, but I'm not hesitant to buy at 148 also because that is a confirmation which you got in this candle. Selling is good. And very good open interest is also there at 23,300. So I'm looking for a rejection. You got the confirmation, you entered, you added, exited, 165 final. So if you see this trade 153 to 188, 35 points. If you see this trade 142 to 165, 23 points. In between, there's a small trade where we have 10 points. Should be done for the day with this. And 1 lakh capital. Yeah, but this one is the trade of the day, right? 6 seconds, we got 20 points. 9:15:13 to 9:15:19. And 20 seconds, we got 35 points. This trade is possible only if you have that level and conviction and you make that decision before the market open. Yes, if it comes here, we'll be going for it. So what I did is I exited. The moment I saw this is crossing, right? I have exited that trade because I don't want to take a risk. Already we booked profit. Then I exited at cost because the way it is coming. Second time also. If it was first time, then we can hold for candle close as I discussed, or as you said in the message. I can, if it is first time, I can wait for the candle close. But second time, we also know the probability is less. Why we need to hold it? And why we need to see the prices going to 133. You need to see the drawdown. And then now you see why I gave 165. From where it is reversing? Tell me from where it is reversing. 165. They went to give our target only. And that is this. Now, if they're breaking, but one reversal you got there, right? Now, if VWAP is breaking, then you'll get a very good move. Maybe again day slow.